Hey fish family, today we're going to be looking at my 49-gallon Bowfront, so stick around. Okay, so here's the 49-gallon Bowfront. You can see all my many types of fish I have in here. It's basically a community tank, and so I have my Rummy nose, which I love, neons, some of my mutt guppies there. See them swimming around. Got some Corys. I also have some zebra Danios, cherry barbs, and whatnot. You can see here's another Cory. Really like the Corys. My daughters love the Corys too. I'd like to get some different kind of corridors though in the future. As far as like plant load, I'm really a fan of the water Wisteria and Rotala. There's one of my female Amano shrimps there. These guys are awesome at algae. I can imagine between them, the Nerites, and the Siamese algae eaters, they do a great job at controlling algae in this tank. There's one of the male Amanos, and they're doing pretty well. I've had them in there for quite a while, and these things are very hardy, and it's cool to watch. Again, you can see the water Wisteria. This stuff grows like crazy in my tank, so I'm just dropping in some frozen blood worms to get them all going. That Java Fern sitting right there. Really like that thing. Ordered it, I think, off Amazon. Came on a little coconut husk. That thing is doing really, really well. And I've gotten some child plants from it. They grow on the tips of the leaves, and when they get big enough, I kind of just break them off and then put them in, usually in that cholla wood there, one of the slots, or glue them to a rock and just kind of let them go from there. For filtration, I'm just doing have a sponge filter in one corner, and then I have that Magnum. It's a Magnum hang-on back filter. I'm running carbon in it. I like the carbon. I tried running without carbon, and my water gets really cloudy. So I prefer to run the carbon. Keeps it nice and clear. So here, I got infested with pest snails, or bladder snails, pond snails, whatever you want to call them. I don't mind them. I think they're funny when they get on top of each other and start to do this. Like, try to knock each other off. It's entertaining, to say the least. Okay, here we have some of my Nerite snails. That's the zebra Nerite, and so you also have a tiger right there. And I just love these things. I think they're gorgeous. They do an awesome job. Siamese algae eater doing his thing, cleaning algae off my plants. Now the cool thing about this fish, and I did a lot of research on this fish, and I know they grow kind of big, and well, some people said they could be aggressive. I don't know if some people might have them confused with flying foxes that look very similar, except the flying fox's fins tend to be a reddish color, dark. And you can see that the Siamese algae eaters had a kind of a clear fin and slightly yellowish at times. And then there's also like a false I'm going to butcher the name, Siamnesis or something like that, and it looks even closer to it, this one, than the flying fox, except that that black stripe doesn't go all the way through the tail. And the other ones tend to have more of a above that black stripe, it looks more golden, and then there's like another different color. And where the Siamese algae eaters tend to have just 2 colors, one above that black stripe that's pretty consistent. So they've been going to have 2 of them in here. I know they're going to grow pretty big, but they've done a great job, along with the Amano shrimp, which currently are not out and about. So this Ludwigia, well, I'm going to call it Ludwigia because that's what I think it is, these were completely covered in algae. Thick, dark green algae, looks almost black. And it's a really delicate leaf. It's not like I could pull it out and scrub it or anything because this plant would just fall apart. Those were completely covered. I mean, completely. You could not see the red. And I put the Siamese algae eaters in there, and this is like a result of after the cleaning. You know, it kind of tore it up a little bit, but at least the plant is still alive. After I put them in there in the Amanos, they completely cleaned that out. It was amazing. So they did an excellent job. I tried autosinkless in the past, but I can't keep those things alive. I don't know what is up with my tank parameters. They just don't like it, and it's sad because I really like the autos and I want a bunch of them too. Yeah, there you can see my albino Bristelnose in there too, working on that piece of slate. That thing was covered in hair algae, not hair algae, it was more like a brush. It was a dark green bushy algae in between the Amanos and the SAEs and the Nerites. It's gone. I have very little algae in this tank. Like I said before, it was coated on the plants. It was really thick and hard to get off. Here you got a quick shot of my DIY CO2, which is basically just yeast, sugar, and baking soda, and it produces CO2, and it goes up that little ladder like you saw and disperses slowly into the tank. Again, more of the neons. I love neon tetras. Hopefully I'd like to try cardinal tetras at some point. And my favorite are the Rummy nose though. That's my logo. I think they're just, I don't know what it is about them, but I just love Rummy nose. And they do really well in my tank. Here you see some of my guppies, what I called my sunsets. That was that weird black one. He's kind of an oddball, but the rest of them pretty much are this coloration. They're just the orange tails, and they have just these different colored bodies. If the light hits them right, you see blues and greens and purples. They're pretty neat. Here's the showdown. You get the showdown quite often. It's Amano versus Bristelnose. We'll see who wins. Usually they'll just sit there at a standoff, and somebody will make a move. It might be the Bristle. Usually it's the Bristelnose. He sees the Amano, and he's just waiting. Oh, there he goes. Too bad, Amano, you lost again. Hey guys, so thanks for watching, and if you want to see future videos, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell, and you'll get alerted whenever I upload a new video. So until then, keep on tanking. Bye.